Hello everyone. This is going to be an addendum on the Super Mario Brothers movie. As it turns out, there are some things that I totally left out in the old video. I do highly recommend you watch that video before going back into this, so you can get the full picture. So this One of the things I forgot to point out in the other video is the animation, which is obviously the most important aspect of the movie. I would probably say, now again, I've only seen 4 Illumination movies prior to this one, but I have seen trailers for others, and so I would say that in terms of the animation, this is probably their best work in what I've seen. I feel like the animation is more detailed this time around, um, and um, and I do think that a lot of that has to do with Nintendo's influence on it. But I really do love the world, the animation, even in the real life setting in Brooklyn, where Mario and Luigi came from. It's a nicely beautiful, detailed looking movie. Looking setting there. Um, yeah, like um, like this movie really does capture the aesthetics of what many fans have been hoping for a long time when they want to see a Super Mario movie on the screen, and I do think that the animation is done brilliantly. I also really dig the new redesigns a bit. I know a lot of fans were a little bewildered, a little befuddled by the by design choices. But honestly, it was a movie, so they're obviously gonna have to make the characters appear a bit more expressive compared to how they are in the games. And I'll admit, I was a little put off by the way Mario looks, especially from that McDonald's ad that was leaked in October of last year, and the teaser trailer. But overall, it was bound to happen. I mean, it was obvious that they were going to, you know, give them a bit more detail, because again, it's a movie, so they're obviously going to make some of those changes. So yeah, there's not really much there. So yeah, I do like the designs. That's Now, as for the music, now again, this is something that I think the Sonic movies really need to take note in, because they really brought back a lot of the of the classic music from the original games, and they do it in a very orchestra level, and I think it works out brilliantly. Now, unfortunately, now this is a trend that I've noticed when it comes to a lot of Illumination movies, and I'm mostly comparing that in terms of the trailers that I've seen them in, and even in some of the movies that I've seen. It is the fact that they completely throw in generic pop music from the 80s or some of the 90s such, and I'm like, yeah, we really need to put that there? I mean, and it's funny too, because I remember I was reading a comment, and someone said that that the thing that they didn't like about it was the music. And now at the time I didn't see the movie then, and I remember saying, I was like saying to myself, well, what they're talking about, because I thought that the music was more in line with the games, and I'm judging it based on the trailers, and of course a few of the clips that they posted. So I'm like, what's going on? And then I saw the movie for myself, and I'm like, okay, I kind of get it. Yeah. So yeah. Unfortunately, this is an Illumination movie, so they apparently couldn't. Nintendo apparently couldn't get an entire hold of them for the most part and such. But so that was a kind of a flaw. I would probably say, with this being the 5th Illumination movie that I've seen, I will probably say it's my favorite. However, I have not seen the first Despicable Me in probably like years, so I do not know if that's true or not. It definitely surpasses The Grinch, and well, Hopin and Lorax, well, they could really speak for themselves. So there's no competition there whatsoever. And yeah, I will probably say now again. I have to see the first Despicable Me to make my statement clear, and I guess I'll have to watch others. But most people will probably say not to even bother with that. But as an Illumination movie, I will probably say it's probably my favorite, and it's very recent, so that's could be another thing to point out. But yeah, so yeah, that's yeah. So the, so yeah, that is all I have to say with the a little bit of the addendum here. So yeah, take care.